book entitled A Dream Fulfilled, the memoirs of an African diplomat. She joins us via Zoom, or I beg your pardon, she's on the line with us this afternoon. Mum Thandi, hello to you. Thank you for your time. Earlier we tried to speak to you. The line wasn't working. I hope it's better. It's been a very long journey for you. How are you celebrating your Women's Day?
This is a different year from other years. Normally, on August 9th, we would have meetings and celebrate and lots of speakers. But this year is different because of the lockdown. However, we are communicating with each other, but nothing big.
I'd like to talk about this pandemic that we're facing, and I don't mean COVID-19. Mum Thandi, I'm talking about gender-based violence. We're talking about Women's Day, Women's Month, all those big events we do celebrate. Why is it so bad in the country at the moment? What are we getting wrong?
This is a difficult question, but a very sad one, because things are no more the same. We used to be so united, even as women during those days. And I think that is why we are where we are today, because men alone wouldn't have done it. But because there were these women, very strong women, who were there in the forefront. Some of them are no more there, but we can still remember them, especially this month of August.
Mum Thandi, if we take a look at your track record, you have to keep scrolling through websites to see how many countries you've been an ambassador in. Just to name a few of them, if I may: Tanzania, Zambia, Egypt, Nigeria, Botswana, and the list goes on and on and on. Speak to me, if you can, about the rights for women, the protection of women in those countries, in your experience, compared to what you're seeing in South Africa today.
The first country that this government sent me to start a new embassy actually was Tanzania. And Tanzania, as you know, supported us very much right through the liberation struggle. But for me, being black and a woman amongst other diplomats who were mainly white, that was very, very difficult for me, because they wouldn't look at me at all when I go to meetings. And, nobody would talk to me. And that was very, very difficult. And very often at night I would cry so much and pray, and I say, God, give me strength to get out of my house to those meetings the following day. But one day I met, there was a gentleman from Malaysia in the meeting, and after the meeting he came to me and said, "You are ever standing alone. But I want to tell you that from today," first he asked me, "Where are you from?" I explained. He said, "From today you'll never stand alone again. That's the end of it." So whenever there were meetings or whatever, he would take me along, like, see, give me to other people. Anyway, that's how I managed. But otherwise, as a woman, it was very, very difficult for me. But I'm glad I went through all that, because today, nobody can touch me.
And that's what I think so many people in this country, and this woman in this country, need to hear. Mum Thandi, especially your story, that you were able to go through all of this and still come out in the positions that you had. Can we celebrate Women's Month in South Africa? Is that the right word? Can we celebrate Women's Month?
I think it's important to do that, but as I can see, even myself, and I'm sure you as well, as you're talking to me, things are no more the same. August 9th, it used to be, a big, big day for women in South Africa. I mean, when you look back and watch those women, marching to union buildings, 1956, You know, there were brave, brave women. I don't know why have we lost it today? Where is the young generation to take over? This is the thing. They should learn from the past. It's very, very painful for us.
Do you think young women and young men, Mam Thandi, in this country today are being led properly when they come to understanding how to protect women and young girls in our country? Are we being led? Is what I'm asking.
Yes, I hear you very well. You see, what is happening today is very sad. I mean, you read in newspapers, oh, a 10-year-old girl has been raped and all those things. You know, this is so bad. It wasn't bad during our time. I remember that we used to be with men. You know, they wouldn't ever touch you. Never, ever touch you. But it's different times, and it's so painful. But I must say, I don't think that it is too late.
I'm glad you said that, Mam Thandi. What has changed? You said that many years ago a man would not even touch you out of respect and all that. What has changed in our society that's entitled men to treat women the way that they do? What do you think's changed?
You know, for me, I think that what your mother and your father teach you in that house, it's so important as you grow up to respect the elders, to respect other children as well, you know. But I think today there is no respect whatsoever. Where are we going? I think that I mean, I don't want to say government. I don't want to put it. It's not government. It's the people, the parents, who should lead as they were leading before. You teach that child in that house. This is what I think.
Mam Thandi, just before I say goodbye to you, what's your message for women around the country today, those that have heard your story, and also for young girl children? What do you tell them today?
I personally think that women of today should stand up. They mustn't think about themselves as adults now, but those children they are bringing up, they should be brought up very well, understanding the problems that are there today. There are so many problems that are there today. As I was saying, young children of 10 being raped and all that, that is not fair. Instead of them going to school and learn, that you learn, and then at the end of the day, you become somebody. You say, this is me. My parents taught me this and taught me that. This doesn't have to happen where there is a lot of money, where people have a lot of money. When we grew up, there was no money at home. I mean, there were farms and whatever. But still, we were brought up the best way, I think. So we mustn't think because they are riches today, we are free people, so everything is free, and you cannot really take care of your own. And that is how this country will also grow, with better children. Otherwise, it becomes so difficult.
Mam Thandi, I'm going to say thank you so very much for taking time to speak to us. I know you're incredibly busy, retired diplomat. Mam Thandi Lujabe-Rankoe joining us here on ENCA to reflect on not just this Women's Month, but the fight she had coming through the liberation struggle. My thanks to her. Coming up here on ENCA on Upfront, we'll take a look at the impact of COVID-19 on poaching.